I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jaris, and we are two Sassenachs. We are starting our brand new blog, and this is our first video. So today we're going to talk about Outlander, of course, and it's going to be our top 10 favorite Outlander characters. We're talking about characters from the books and the show only through the first 4 seasons that we've seen on TV so far. So maybe episode 2 of season 4?
Yes.
Yes, up to that point. So some of the characters that we love from the books aren't on the list yet, but they would be later. So we're going to start with our number 10. She'll share hers, I'll share mine, and then we'll talk about the choices.
And we haven't seen each other's, what we picked yet, so...
Yeah, this could be
so
interesting. Yes. All right, so number 10.
And don't get mad at me on this first one.
Okay.
Because I kind of broke the rules.
Oh, no. And if I spell something wrong, that's...
I'll make sure you know.
Yeah, you let me know. All right, so...
I'll go first.
Okay.
I kind of broke the rules a little bit, and I'll tell you what. I went with Angus and Rupert. They're kind of the same, and they kind of switch from the book to the show. They kind of change their characters, so I did put them together because...
They're basically
the same person.
Right. That I accept that. My number 10 pick is Master Raymond.
Ooh.
From the second season, he was the person who befriended Claire in Paris.
Yes, yeah.
So, awesome. Okay, number 9.
Number 9. All right, you go first this time.
I'll go first this time. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, number 9, Roger. So, Roger Mackenzie, he is Reverend Wakefield's adopted son.
Yes, yeah.
And befriends Claire and Brianna. And, yeah,
All right.
Roger.
I went with Ian Murray, the old Ian Murray for number 9. He's one of my favorite characters that has known Jamie for most of his entire life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was my number 9 pick.
Okay, number 8. Starting to get serious here.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a controversial choice.
Oh boy. I'll go first.
Okay.
I went with Master Raymond for my number 8 pick.
Ah, okay.
All right.
For any different reasons than what I said?
No, I love his shop he has, right? It's the shop and how he befriends Claire and saves her life, right?
Yeah, after she loses the baby.
Faith,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, my number 8 is Marcelly.
Ooh.
Marcelly, and I have a reason. She, calls Claire some mean names and whatnot, but she loves Fergus. She's somebody that has her biases because of her mom, but then she grows to really respect Claire and get a friendship with her, and I think she's just another one of those characters that has a lot of attitude, and
Fair enough.
And she loves Jamie and Claire and Fergus, so.
Well, she did not make my list.
Okay, 7. Okay, I'm first.
Yes.
Dougal.
Ooh.
So I picked Dougal. I, don't always love everything about him, but I do love the character. He's super fun to watch, and how he, kind of had his ways of approaching Claire and his tensions with Jamie, and it was just really an interesting story, not to mention Gayless and the whole thing. So Dougal.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I went with Fergus. He is Jamie's adopted son, and their relationship, Jamie and Fergus, is just very special, and every scene he's in, I love him, and I love his relationship with Claire too.
Yep, I love Fergus. That's why he's higher on my list. Okay.
Am I first?
I think so, yeah.
I hope I say this correctly.
Okay, 6. Murtaugh, okay.
And just because he's Jamie's, number 1 man on his side, and he loves Claire, and so he's my number 6th pick. Did not make the top 5.
Okay, my number 6 is Lord John Grey.
Wow.
And I love him so much, particularly as we see in the season when Jamie goes to Hellwater, and he gets him set up with that after he's in the prison, and he takes on Jamie's son as his own, and I just love him so much. His character is really interesting, and just...
I thought for sure he would be 4 or higher.
Well, I have few spots. I gotta be picky.
Okay. Fair enough.
Number 5, getting to the big spots. When we were making the lists, the hardest part for us was to separate the series and the show as far as like only through what we've seen on the show, because we didn't want to give too many spoilers or anything. And so we've read all of the books, and so we know these characters and other characters in a little more depth. So it's so hard to separate like
up to season 4.
Yes, that was the challenge. But my number 5 pick is Fergus. Ooh. So same reasons that she said. I love the character. He's so loyal. He's so interesting. He's a good friend to young Ian. He's just lovable all around. So
well, I went with Lord John Grey as my number 5th pick for basically the same reasons you did, and I don't know if I can add much more. I'm just still shocked that he's number 6 on your list. You love him.
I do love him. I love him a lot. We were just texting this morning about Lord John Grey. Like, #normal.
We are not normal.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4.
This might be controversial too.
Oh boy. Okay, you're first, right?
Okay, so I put young Ian and Rollo. Did you too?
Young Ian!
Yes! I think we might have the top same 4.
We might. Okay,
Yeah.
Why'd you pick young Ian?
I actually had him higher on my list this morning, and I switched him because I have to remember that he's not a huge character quite yet, and, well, you kind of learn more about him in seasons to come, but I love him. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite scenes is when he meets Claire for the first time and when he calls her auntie. I don't know.
Yes.
I just love it. I love it.
And I love it too.
He's definitely top 4.
And I'm going to add to that, part of the reason that I love young Ian so much is his bond with Jamie. I think he kind of serves the role that his dad did for Jamie when they come to America, and we'll see more about that later, but they have a good bond, and also he's just always somebody that he's got like a realness about him, like as the characters go, you know, like he's not simple.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, top 3.
Yeah, this has got to be the same.
Actually, no, because you screwed it up and you put somebody too low on your list. My number 3, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Murtaugh.
Oh.
My number 3 is Murtaugh in the books and in the show. I love that. If you are familiar with the books and the show, Murtaugh should be dead by now, but he's not. He's still alive on the series, and I'm so dying to see what they do with him in the coming episodes. So I just love him. He's the only person up to this point that has any sense of what Claire and Jamie have gone through, where early on they let him in on Claire's backstory, and he just has always been supportive and lovable. And I love when him and Claire go off to find Jamie.
Oh, yes.
And they're doing their like singing Sassenachs
yes.
routine, and he's like dancing over the swords.
Yes.
I love that part. So
Yes.
Murtaugh.
Jenny is my number 3rd, and I love her character. I love her in the book, but I think she's so well casted. Her character in the show she's just, you almost kind of love and hate her at the same time.
Yes.
So how she is to Claire.
Yep.
But she loves Jamie probably similar to how Claire loves Jamie, and that's what I love about her.
Yeah, I love Jenny too.
Yeah.
But not enough to put her on number 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Did she not even make the list?
Well, we'll see. Number 2. You're first.
Claire.
Claire. We love Claire.
Yeah, she's who I want to be when I grow up. So
Yeah.
she's everything. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
We love her.
I know. There's.
And she's almost perfect, but not quite. And that comes to number 1. Jamie. Duh. He's the best. Do we need to give any explanation?
No, we don't.
No. I mean, yeah, if you've seen the show, you've read the book, you get it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
tell me why you didn't have Jenny on the list.
Okay, so that comes to my honorable mention characters.
Okay.
So we had a
we'll do that.
really hard time making these lists. Like we thought 10 characters at first sounded like a lot. And then when we started to make the list, we were like, oh no, this is agonizing, like leaving people off the list.
Yes.
And so we have an honorable mention.
I have 2.
And yeah, we each have 2 that we really wanted to include, but we didn't. And there's maybe some reasoning behind that. Are you writing them both down?
Yeah, I'm going to put them both down.
Okay. Okay, you want to go first?
I put Ned Gowan.
Oh, I love Ned
And
Gowan.
Roger. Anytime Ned Gowan is in the episodes or in the book, I love it. He brings a little bit of comic relief, and the fact that he's still alive.
Yeah,
when she comes
love
back.
when she comes back and she's like, Ned Gowan's still alive.
And I love because he's with when they go to get like the wedding stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love his character and Roger. I don't know what I think about Roger yet. I like him, but not to this point in the series. He's just an okay character for me, but he's deserving honorable mention.
Yes, and I think that's where some of the future knowledge is seeping in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like we know what he's going to be later.
Yeah.
So if you don't, read the books. Because you will love him as well. Mine are Jenny and Angus / Rupert.
That's funny.
I love Jenny. As she mentioned, she's just a super strong, feisty character. I love that she doesn't back down from things. Her stubbornness is annoying at times, but she seems to be a really good sister for Jamie, like just kind of that same stubbornness and attitude. And she's a mom, and she's awesome. So Jenny, and then Angus and Rupert. I particularly like them in the show. I feel like, their characters in the show became so lovable, and just part of that crew that Claire first met when she went through the stones, and they were funny, and they were like, their bond with each other was just so special.
I know,
and so that was my honorable mention characters. So what's our next list going to be?
I don't know. I picked this one.
Okay,
So it's your turn to pick.
Stay tuned. We'll come up with another top 10, and you can, of course, tell us where we're wrong on this and give us some different top 10 characters where we screwed up, and fill us in.
Or let us know whose list you liked better.
Well, I mean, don't make her feel bad. A couple people could say
have
Sarah.
Jenny on the list.
Honorable mention is Spot. You didn't have Roger on the list.
Oh, well, nobody likes Roger.
They will. Okay.
Bye.